Right, well, I just have to find this substation, which probably is a little further along. Follow the wires, I guess. And the crackling of the wires. Always a little bit unnerving. Said he was in a bunker. There, presumably. Yeah, there was a bunker at the observatory as well. We couldn't get into it though. But yeah, I'm guessing this is it. You can see the pattern, I guess. I'm just gonna have a look around. This highly dangerous place. Yeah, I guess the observatory runs this. Makes sense. Guess they need power. Can we get in? Is the bunker the only way in? I guess this happened pretty recently. Zero 8 0 1 0 1. Also, there's something here, isn't there? Over there. We should probably go have a look at that. Hang on.
Pressure in my eyes again. I can't move my legs, can't feel my face. When I collapsed, the light was waiting for me there. Caught me, lowered me here. Now it's pooling around my feet, watching me. The printers are spewing out page after page of zeros. It's frightened too. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. I'll look after you. It's alone. It's scared. Oh, it's traveled so far. It's okay. I can help you. We can be together now. 10 seconds to signal fusion. We can be together. 3 seconds. 2.
Wow. She really did open up all of the channels, didn't she? I think there was a light over here. I'm going to check it out. Oh, there was a triggering point of some kind. Here. It's another building as well.
I shouldn't have come here. This was a mistake.
What do you want me to say? You knew what you were getting into.
Really?
Well, I'm sorry we don't measure up to your exacting standards, Dr. Collins. Maybe you just need to give us ordinary humans a break.
What? Ordinary humans like Lizzie Graves? Did you really think that I wouldn't find out? Frank told me, or did you forget there's one person in this shithole who actually talks to me?
Kate, it was just a drink.
Don't bother, Stephen!
Oh, for Christ's sake. Kate, slow down.
You were engaged to her, Stephen. You nearly married her.
Oh, come on, it was just a drink.
Then why the hell did you lie to me about it?
Because I knew you'd be mad and then it would end up in a row. You wanted to focus on the event tonight.
Oh, so you were actually doing me a favor. Wow, I guess I just forgot to say thank you. Do not treat me like I'm an idiot.
You're overreacting. I know you're stressed.
Just don't. You keep away from me tonight. I'm not gonna let you ruin this for me.
Kate. Kate, come on, this is crazy.
Well, that kind of turned out the way it probably expected it to turn out, really. I'm just going to have a peek down here. I don't think we've had a look at this bit before we head into the substation. It's a bit weird that the lights aren't around. I don't know if something's got messed up with that, but another phone. Anyone? Just looking for any more encounters, echoes. That is not a phone. Can't squeeze past.
It's all over the valley. Don't you get that? This isn't some abstract thing. Whatever came down into the tower has got out. They've quarantined the whole valley.
It's right here in the observatory.
It's out in the world. It's adapting and spreading. Do you understand?
No, we can't turn it away. It's come too far.
Okay, people are disappearing. Shut it down now.
No. If you won't help me, I'll do it on my own. I'm gonna route all the power back through Tower 6.
Kate!
Wait. It's trying to break through again.
Wait!
I think this is Clive's place, isn't it? Yeah, it's Clive's place. Okay, I think signs We're pointing to the substation, though we haven't had a summons, so to speak. So hopefully it's the right place to go. Don't know if we would get a summons.
What have you done to your face?
It's nothing. You collecting feed? Looks like the supplies haven't been coming in.
Huh? Again?
The phones are all strange. I can't pinpoint the logic of transmission.
You what? What are you doing with that paint?
Means the EMC are actually moving at the proper speed. Listen, Frank. Have you heard anything on the radio about a flu outbreak?
Doesn't seem much like flu to me.
They're shutting down access to the valley to try and isolate it. No. Something about the phones. I can't put my finger on it quite yet.
What are you talking about? Hey, I'm still talking to you. Where are you going?
Huh. Still more stuff around here apparently, so where are we? Up there. Huh. That's further away from the observatory than I thought we were. I thought we were kind of going around. I guess not. Oh, petrol stations. Oh, here we are.
Hello? Hello, is there anyone there? Can anyone hear me? Clive? Clive, it's Stephen Appleton. Are you there? Can you hear me? Over. Come on, Clive, where are you? Damn it. Kate, it's Stephen. Come in Tower 6. Kate, are you there? Kate? Anyone? Hello? Can anyone hear me? This is Dr. Stephen Appleton broadcasting from within the quarantine zone. Can anybody hear me? Over. Oh, God, no. No. Fucking hell, no!
I think it found him. I think it found him. Look at the prices. Oh. Bombs again.
This is Catherine Collins, recording for posterity. It's all over. I don't know how long I've got. Whatever he did, whatever the planes were carrying, it's burning my lungs. Probably some kind of nerve agent. I suspect it's only exposure to the pattern that has kept me alive this long. I'm making my way to Tower 6. I'm going to fuse the signals from the optical array. I just hope I can make it.
Well, even Kate was got by the gas. Where the heck am I? Valley Farms. I think we've had a look here. This is a big area. The substation is back there. There's still more stuff, it seems.
You're a daft old bird walking all the way out here for it. You know Charlie would have dropped it off.
What, and have that stinking great lorry of his poisoning my birds? He shouldn't be driving it on these lanes, it's a hazard.
I think he was hoping he could have a word with you about Frank.
There's nothing to say.
Oh, listen, Wendy, they might all be scared of you, but that's not going to work with me. You're 68 years old. Grow up. Talk to Frank.
How dare you speak to me like that? Give me my bird feeder right now.
Promise me you'll drop by and see your brother.
Megan Holloway, give...
Not a chance. Promise me. It's for your own good, and you know it.
You are a shamelessly manipulative and difficult woman. It's no wonder Charlie adores you so much.
No wonder I do what?
No wonder you never finish what you start. I thought I told you to check the incoming stock orders. Wendy, one bird feeder for you. I'll tell Frank you'll stop by.
Oh!
Charlie, stop mooning around and stick the kettle on. Make yourself useful.
Wow. Wendy being talked to like that is pretty awesome, really. So yeah, Meg and Charlie, I guess, run this place. Now where are we going? I need some guidance. The lights have abandoned me. Oh, there we are. There's a light. Hooray! What's going on here? Sounds like Stephen's agitated.
Appleton!
What are you doing here?
You thieving bastard. I knew it was you.
Listen, take everything you need. But then you have to leave. You don't understand. You can't be near me.
Painting your stupid little pictures. Stealing food. You always were a little prick.
Please, every second we're in proximity makes it worse. I'm a primary conduit.
You're a fucking disgrace. Come here!
Don't touch me, get off!
What's going on?
Come in here, lord
Jesus,
it over
Sam!
us! Thinking you're so much better
Sam,
than the
leave
rest
him!
of us!
No physical
You and your
contact!
stupid fucking missus!
stop
She's
it!
better than any of you!
Bloody hell.
Sam? Sam?
Is he...
Meg, please.
Don't come near me.
Meg!
Charlie!
Meg, wait!
Don't touch me!
Meg, please, you have to understand, it was an accident! Get off her!
Let go, let's just go.
Charlie, you have to understand, it was an accident.
Just leave him. Leave him.
What have you done, Appleton, you bastard?
Come on, Charlie, let's just
Meg,
get
Charlie,
out of here.
please!
Wow. That's a hammer. That wasn't going to be pretty. Well, rip Sam. Oh God, I just realised. Evie and Sam are Rachel's parents. Charlie saw that. He must have gone back to the holiday camp thing, and that's what he was telling Rachel, that it was quick. He must have been telling her about Sam being killed by Stephen, I think. Oh, there's... Ah! I think that's our summons. It's going down the lines. I mean, look, it's going down the power lines, for God's sake. Like, how can you keep that thing locked in the substation? It's just not... You can get everywhere. So yeah. Oh wow, look at this. I love that as a way to do the summons. Like, first it was church bells. I don't know what it was for Wendy. Like, she didn't really have one, did she? She just sort of find Stephen's things and then she's out in the back and the planes come. Frank was the air raid siren. Rachel was the come to the main hall tannoy. Lizzie didn't really have one, but now we've got this. So I guess we're gonna find out what became of Stephen. Oh yeah, this was locked before, wasn't it? Here we go.
When I was a kid, my dad found a fox. It had been hit by a car and couldn't walk anymore. My mum went spare, of course. Made him keep it in the shed. He was already slipping away from us then. He spent hours with that fox, telling it all about Italy and the villages they bombed there. I was jealous, I think. The fox got more of my dad than I did. But it was dying, that was clear. So one day, I snuck out, took it a sandwich for food. I was only 8. When it bit me, I remember the anger, the shock, the hurt. Running in, screaming from the garden. My mum panicking about rabies. My dad beat it to death with a spade. Later I found him crying. I'd done it, Ken, son. That's what he said. I'd done it, Ken, it was hurting you. That's just a poor, dumb, dying animal. It doesn't know it's hurting us. Christ help us, it's left the valley. It's everywhere now. It's been 3 hours since the planes went over. I message anyone on the shortwave. I'm beginning to think I may have made a terrible miscalculation.
Well, it doesn't know it's hurting us, eh? But it's spread, it's out. That's it then. I mean, you know, it's gone. Like everything. The planes killed everyone in the village. Stephen's the only one left. And the thing was spread out into the world, and presumably the world's gone bye-bye as well. Well, this is the end of the road. See what happened to Stephen.
You understand me, don't you? Well, there's no one left. Just me. You know what this is? What I'm gonna do?
Oh, God.
You want light? Fine. I'll give you light. After me, there's no one. You'll be all alone again. Forever. Like before. You've taken everyone I've ever loved from me. You've made me do things I never even thought I was capable of. But if you think I'm coming with you... Kate? Wait. Stop. Kate.
This is Catherine Collins. I don't know if anyone will ever hear this. It's all over. I'm the only one left.
Huh. Well, Stephen, bloody hell, that was, tragic. I mean, I don't know, I mean, I really don't know, that was something. I don't know if, you know, it sounds like the pattern was kind of taking people, but he didn't want to go with it. And he, well, tried to kill himself by dropping a match in some gasoline on the floor and stuff, but did that mean that he didn't get taken? is this? And yeah, we somehow find ourselves back at the observatory now. And it's just us and Kate. For the final chapter of this amazing story.
On the plane, Stephen leaned across me and pointed out of the window. Down there, he said. That's home. But all I saw were patches of color. I don't think until this moment that I understood that one could contain the other so completely.
I'm guessing that's the light show that everyone saw. I suppose we have to make our way up to Tower 6. That seems to be the epicenter of all of this. What the heck? Butterflies, or... oh, what are they called? I want to say Lorentz somethings. Lorentz diagrams, or Lorentz diagrams, or something like that. Something physical anyway, but they look like butterflies. Is this where it came from? Computer is not on. God, what was she doing? What were you doing, Kate?
I watched a butterfly dancing in a strip of sunlight. All of its life contained in a single day. The blink of an eye between the ebb of the darkening tide. Lying there with the pattern curled around me, I saw the inevitability. The necessity of presence born from absence. The constant unfolding.
Getting a bit deep on us there, Kate. The only way in is up. Again, I don't know what we are. Oh well, look at that. We're just observers somehow of this. Maybe with the pattern just going over it again, I don't know. Number 3? Guessing you're number 3. Looking out over the dead valley now. Yep. It's pictures of the lights. Use you at all? Can I see anything? I wish I knew where it came from. That was where the paint thing was, wasn't it, on the floor? the church, the barn. They're all places where there are echoes, aren't they? The tape machine? That's a tape machine, isn't it? Yeah.
I know it didn't mean to hurt any of them. I try and explain why Lizzie tried to leave with her child and why it was wrong to stop her. I try and explain that much of what it did was wrong. It shows me Stephen and Lizzie together. And I'm happy for them. Frank walks his fields with Mary. Wendy and Edward nest together in the orchards of their love. Jeremy lies at peace with his God at last. All of them are happy because they are together. I understand it better now. It is a collector of time, of butterflies.
So it was taking them. It was taking them. It was saving them? I mean, collecting them, I guess, but it sounds like they're all, you know, they are all together. Somehow, somewhere. When's this one? I think we've done this one, haven't we? Because this is probably Tower 1. Yeah. Okay. And it collected thus, but it didn't know... It didn't know it was hurting us at the same time. Tower 4. Well, that's a radio tower of some kind. At least it's got satellite dishes on it. What these patterns are. Where these lead to, what they're doing.
I watched the pattern lean in and time slow to almost nothing. I saw the flame leap from Stephen's hand and the moment hang in the air forever. I watched his face, and in the last second, I almost believe he saw me. He wasn't frightened or angry. I remember his expression, just like I remember it from the first time, early that morning when he woke and, still half sleeping, said, "God, I love you." And I loved him as he entered the fire, and I let him go, knowing I wasn't ready to join him. We have held time to ourselves here in this place. Held the light to the ground because we were afraid of the coming dark. But now we understand that to cling to the light is not living. I've spent my life watching the illumination from a million dead stars reaching for me without grasping this meaning. The light we cast transcends our death. The pattern made by our living creates a bridge across the dark.
Huh. Wow. Well, that was Tower 4. So I don't know, is it just saying that we should just kind of let go and not be afraid of it? Oh wow, look at this. TV tree. Oh, they're all showing it. They're all showing the tower.
It reaches out from the shadow of the tower, across the observatory, over the valley, and consumes the world. Everything is light now. Everything has come to rest. The world is scored by the traces we carved into it. Our presence is everywhere, the bridge joining our stories. This world existed before we came to it, and it will continue without us. In the empty fields and houses, our traces radiate, and others will come to dance in the light we cast. We can slip away gently, unafraid, knowing that everything will continue.
Here we are, because we're literally at the end of the road. This is it. Tower 6. The epicenter. Where it all began. is it.
The end is coming now. I'm not afraid. We have each other. We lived apart from them. We understand now our failure to touch, to belong. But it doesn't matter anymore. Everybody is gone, and we will join them. We are born apart, driftwood on the banks of an endless dark ocean, and we will be carried away by the swell soon enough. But in between, in the single day of living, that dancing in a strip of sunlight, we can find what we miss. The love that makes us whole. The imminence. Everybody found their other. This pattern is mine.
Well, what a game. That was Everybody's Gone to the Rapture by The Chinese Room. And the amazing soundtrack by Jessica Curry. One of the best I have ever heard for a game or a film, pretty much. I mean, that's just, you know, movie quality. Brilliant. So atmospheric. Like the game, it's, you know, both very atmospheric. They both really pull you in. The characters are so real, sort of so genuine. You know, I mean, there's people that you could imagine, you know, living in a small English village in the 80s. I mean, yeah, it's been kind of described as, you know, the end of the world meets the Archers, which is a sort of British rural UK sort of radio soap thing, which I don't know if it's still going or not, but it was running for a very long time on the radio, and it's not far off, really. It's just how would people really react in that kind of situation. And I think they did it really well. It's fantastically well done. The ending there is pretty enigmatic. Yes, it's sort of a make what you want of it kind of thing, but it seemed to me as if, you know, this pattern thing came to Earth, you know, got sort of collected up by the observatory and kind of got out, and I guess was trying to, I don't know what its purpose was, you know, like whether was it just sort of wandering through space and just happened to be picked up. I think Kate was saying about how it was kind of lonely. You know, maybe it just wanted company and it just sort of didn't know what to make of us at first. So as it was kind of trying to gather everyone up, it kind of damaged us, you know, causing all the nosebleeds and all the other stuff. And you know, that goes back to the part where Stephen was talking about the fox in the backyard that they found, that, you know, it didn't know it was hurting us. So I don't know. It seemed to me like it was just sort of starting off trying to figure people out and not succeeding very well. But after a while, it got the hang of it and managed to kind of collect people, which I think is what the stories were about, like the individual people's stories, like Jeremy and Wendy and all that. You know, that when they got kind of dissolved at the end of their stories, it was actually the pattern taking them to be kind of not put up into an afterlife per se, but like just sort of transcend this plane of existence and joined with it, but they're also kind of together with other people that have been taken, because it didn't seem like they were all like killed by the bombs the planes were dropping, you know, especially with Frank, because he was like out by the windmill and you could see the bombs falling in the valley below, and you know, there's no way the gas or anything would have affected him up there that quickly. So yeah, I don't know, there's a lot to mull over with that. The highlight probably for me is I think it's got to be the Rachel's end. You know, with the kind of lullaby that she sort of sings to the baby. That just hit the emotional spot really hard, I think. Especially when you look around, you see all the other kids kind of being taken away as well, you know, in the bunks and the mattresses on the floor. It was just so sad. I mean, that was amazing. Especially, you know, and the song, you know, the lullaby itself was really quite moving too. Jeremy in the church, that was a really well done bit as well. yeah, I mean they've all got really cool stories. It was a little interesting as well that um, the names on the stories were a bit odd. It was okay up till we had Jeremy and we had Wendy and we had Frank, and then after that it was Lizzie, supposedly, or what it said on the screen was Lizzie, but it actually turned out to be Rachel. And she had a full story in the holiday camp. And then we had, after that, we had Lizzie's bit, which was kind of actually tacked onto Stephen's. So they got out of sync a bit there, which was a bit strange. It's almost like maybe they thought that Rachel would be a minor thing at first, and then they kind of expanded her. And kind of didn't update the little the names at the bottom of each story. But yeah, there are a few mysteries in there as well. I'm still not sure who got killed at the train tracks. I'm fairly convinced it was Sean and or Di, but I don't know. It wasn't Lizzie, because she seemed to be taken at the train station, so she's never made it out that far. So I don't know really what was happening there. There's also, I'm pretty sure there's parts I missed, which is why it's a good idea to play this yourself and see what they are. I think there's some little bits that I missed. Pretty sure there was like Howard's house in the Stevens section somewhere that I don't think I visited, because it's got a train set in it somewhere apparently, that I never got to see. So there's other little things. I might give it another go at some point and sort of see if I can wander around the back alleys of the game and see what I can find. But yeah, other than that, it was just so well done. Very emotional. Lots of emotional impact there. It's like sad and melancholy, but it was beautiful and sort of uplifting in a few odd ways, maybe. Kind of, at least it sort of resolved really nicely. And you can't help but feel a bit reverent of some of the things that you see as well, just because it's so, like, the soundtrack's so amazing and the graphics go so well with it. The scene that's being set is just so beautiful. And especially like the end of the stories, you can't help but admire it, I think. Just for the impact it had. So yeah, I mean, it's one of my favourite games of all time. Even though it's very unusual in a lot of ways, but it's just for what it is and what it does, it's fantastic. So I do encourage you to play the game if you can. I mean, obviously, if you've watched this, then you've watched the playthrough of it. Hopefully, I've done it justice. There are others out there, but if you can play it, then I really encourage you to experience it for yourself firsthand, because it is a different thing to just watching it. I mean, I watched it first. That's how I became aware of it. But it's a different matter entirely to actually play through it, and you can actually kind of get more involved with the characters and so on. But I could wax lyrical about this forever, pretty much, but I'm not, because I'm going to call it there. So thanks for watching. If you made it this far, you've watched the whole series. I put a lot of work into it, so I'm hoping it's all come out good, and I'm hoping that if you viewed it, that you enjoyed it. If you got any comments on any of the videos, feel free to post them if you're watching this on YouTube. I think if you're on Twitch in the uploads, you might even be able to comment in the chat while you're watching now. Yeah, if you liked it, please like, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, follow if you're on the Twitch. Like I said, I'd love to see the comments if you have any opinions or things you want to say about it. But otherwise, thank you for watching. and I will leave it at that.